The problem reads, Gita gave her brother Ted 1/5 of her stamps and her cousin Liza 1/3 of the remainder. Gita remained with 80 stamps. We have to calculate how many stamps Gita had at the beginning, how many stamps Gita gave to Ted, how many stamps Liza received. So we know that the stamps were shared among 3 persons. And we know that Ted was given 1/5 of the stamps at first, and Liza was given 1/3 of the remainder. But before we can determine what fraction of the stamps Liza was given, first we have to find out what is the remainder. Now you have to look at the stamps that Gita had at the beginning as a whole divided into 5 equal parts. Why 5? Because our denominator here is 5. And one out of those 5 parts Gita gave to Ted. So therefore, 4 out of the 5 parts would remain. So our remainder is 4/5. So Liza was given 1/3 of 4/5. Let us calculate that now. So 1/3 of 4/5 would be equal to 4/15. So now that we know what fraction of the stamps was given to Ted and Liza, we can determine what fraction of the stamps Beta kept for herself. So we have to find out what fraction was given away. So we know that Ted was given 1/5 and Liza 4/15. We will add them to find out the fraction that was given away. 1/5 plus 4/15 is equal to 7/15. So now that we know what fraction of the stamps was given away, we can determine what fraction of the stamps Gita kept for herself. If 7/15 was given away, therefore 8/15 Gita kept for herself. Now that we know what fraction of the stamps Gita kept for herself, let us look back at the problem. It says here that Gita remained with 80 stamps. Therefore, this 8/15 is equal to 80 stamps. Now that we know this, we'll go ahead and use the equivalent fraction method to find out how many stamps Gita had at the beginning. What times 8 would give us 80? We know the answer is 10. Whatever we do to the numerator, we must also do to the denominator. So 15 times 10 would give us 150. So our answer for A is 150 stamps. Gita had 150 stamps at the beginning. So now that we know Gita had 150 stamps at the beginning, we can determine how many stamps Gita gave to Ted. Remember, Gita gave 1/5 of her stamps to Ted. So now we have to find out what is 1/5 of 150. So 1/5 of 150 stamps would be equal to 30 stamps. Gita gave Ted 30 stamps. So our answer will be is 30 stamps. Now let us deal with the C part. Now the C part, how many stamps Liza received? Remember, Liza received 4/15 of the stamps. So let us find out now what is 4/15 of 150 stamps. So Liza received 40 stamps. And that is our answer for C. Now you can verify your answer by adding the stamps. Ted received 30 stamps, Liza received 40 stamps. That would give us a total of 70 stamps. And we know that Gita kept 80 stamps for herself. That would give us an overall total of 150 stamps. Remember, that is the amount of stamps Gita had at the beginning. Hope the video helps.